Hi guys, welcome back to Wheatley Reading with Mrs. Barboza. Today we have a really exciting lesson and we're going to be reading the story, Ruby Bridges Goes to School, My True Story. So this is by Ruby Bridges herself. So let's get right to it. So today our objective is Kipsters will be able to identify the author's purpose of a text. Author's purpose is also sometimes called main purpose. Can you say main purpose? Good job. And we want to remember that authors write text for different reasons, and good readers have to find that reason or find the main purpose of a text to figure out what the author wants them to learn. So, when the author writes their text, they can have four different purposes for writing the text. First, it is to describe. Can you say describe? Ready? Good job. Describe. When an author is describing something, they're telling you a story and they're trying to paint a picture of something in your head. They're going to make it vivid, so they're going to use lots of adjectives and lots of text details to support the story and describing something to you. So you can think back to Sky Tree when the author was describing the tree and how it changed through the seasons. When an author's purpose is to explain, the author is giving you real facts and true details to teach you about a topic. Now, sometimes describe and explain can kind of seem like the same thing, but explain, you're only getting facts. The author is not going to tell you a story. So, for example, National Geographic is a really cool website and a really cool book of different kinds of books that will teach you about a topic. So this book right here is Martin Luther King Jr. Now, this book on Martin Luther King Jr. is different than the one that you guys read, because the one you guys read had a story to it. It told you a story. But this one, it's just facts. So it would say his name, his birthday, where he grew up, a timeline of his life, what he accomplished. It doesn't tell you a story. So when the author is trying to explain something to you, they're just giving you facts. Now, an author can also answer a question. When an author answers a question, the author is going to give you a question at the beginning of the text, and the whole text is going to be about answering that question. For example, think back, way back in Wheatley, when we read the book, Why Do Leaves Change Colors? The author was answering that question with the text. Why do leaves change colors? And in that story, it gave us facts and details and taught us why leaves change colors. Now, our last one is persuade. Can you say persuade? Ready? Good job. So, when an author is trying to persuade you, the author writes to get you to do something or believe what they are saying. So, if I look at this book, Eat Your Peas, the author, I think, is going to try to get me to eat peas even if I don't like them. And they're going to try to get me to believe why eating peas is really good. So, those are the four types of author's purposes. We remember describe, the author's telling you a story, they're using lots of details, they're using lots of adjectives to tell this big story. Explain, it's just real facts and true details to teach you about a topic. Answer a question, the author gives you a question at the beginning of the story or text and spends that whole text trying to answer that question. And persuade, the author is trying to get you to do something or believe what they are saying. So, today we're going to be reading Ruby Bridges Goes to School, My True Story. And as we read, I want you to be thinking about what the author's purpose is. And also, who wrote this text? Before we read, who wrote this text? I'll give you a hint. Her name is Ruby Bridges. And this text tells about her life. So let's read and see what we think the author's purpose is. Here's our story. A long time ago, some people thought that Black people and white people should not be friends. In some places, Black people were not allowed to live in the same neighborhood as white people. In some places, Black people were not allowed to eat in the same restaurant as white people. And in some places, Black children and white children could not go to the same schools. This is called segregation. The United States government said segregation is wrong. People should live where they want. People should eat where they want. Children should go to school where they want. My name is Ruby Bridges. In 1960, I went to kindergarten in a school for Black children. I liked my school. I liked my teacher. I liked my friends. But there was a school for white children even closer to my house than the school for Black children. It was the William Frantz Elementary School. The government said Ruby Bridges should be allowed to go to the William Frantz School. In 1961, I was in first grade. My mother took me to the Frantz School. Marshals came with us to make sure that we were safe. Some people did not want a Black child to go to the white school. They stood near the school. They yelled at me to go away. Parents took their children out of the school. I was alone with my teacher, Mrs. Henry. I loved Mrs. Henry, and Mrs. Henry loved me. I was a very good student. I learned math, I learned how to read, but I wished the children would come back. Months and months passed. Then, one day, children began to come back to school. At last, I had friends to play with. I was very, very happy. Many people have read about me in newspapers and books. A famous writer, John Steinbeck, wrote about me. He wrote that I was very brave. A First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt, wrote a letter to me. The letter told me that I was a good American. Norman Rockwell was an artist who painted a picture of me. The painting has become very famous. Now I am grown up. I am married. I have children. One day, Mrs. Henry and I were both asked to be on a TV show. That was the first time we had seen each other in many years. Now we talk to each other often. Now Black children and white children can go to the same schools. I like to visit schools. I tell my story to children. I tell children that Black people and white people can be friends. And most important, I tell children to be kind to each other. The end. Okay, guys, so we just finished our story. And again, we remember that Ruby Bridges wrote this text, and she's telling about her own life. This is what you call an autobiography. Now, we remember that today we're talking about finding the author's purpose, or the main purpose of the text. So we do this in 4 steps. Step 1 is we have to think, what type of text is it? When we think about the type of text, we have to say if it is informational or if it is fiction. This one is informational because it's telling all about Ruby Bridges going to school. So then, step 2 is, what is the text mostly about? Now you have to think of the main topic of the text. So what is this text mostly about? Well, this text is mostly about Ruby Bridges going to her new school, William Frantz. After you think about the main topic of the text, you then have to ask yourself, what does the author want to teach you about the topic? Say that with me. Step 3 is, What does the author want to teach you about the topic? This is where you're going to scan the headings, the images, and keywords. When I scan, I want to make sure that I am going through my text and I am looking at the headings, but this text doesn't have any headings. I'm looking at the images, you see the pictures, and I'm looking for keywords in the text. So I'm looking at headings, if your text has them, images, and keywords. And that's what I'm going to use as my text evidence. For when I get to step 4, what is the author's main purpose? So remember, we have describe, we have explain, we have answer a question, and we have persuade. So we have those 4 options. Now, if you thought I was going to give away step 3 and step 4, I can't do that because you have to think about that for your exit ticket. But again, we have our steps. 1, what type of text is it? Informational or fictional? 2, what is the text mostly about? That's the main topic. 3, what does the author want to teach you about that main topic? You have to look at the headings if they have them, the images, and the key words, and that's your text evidence. And 4, what is the author's main purpose? Describe, explain, answer a question, or persuade. So now you guys are going to have a chance to practice. So we know that the main topic of this text is Ruby Bridges' experience in school. So on the Google form, I want you guys to look at this picture and I want you guys to answer the question, what do the words and pictures on the page below teach you about the main topic? On your Google form, you'll see it right here and you are typing your answer here. So you're looking at the picture and you're typing your answer. Remember, you are finding that text, you're using that text to think about what is the pictures and the words teaching you about the main topic, which is Ruby Bridges' experience in school. So how do those 2 things connect? Answer it on your Google form. And when you're finished answering that question, then you can move on to your exit ticket. For your exit ticket, you're answering part A and B. Part A says, what is the main reason the author wrote Ruby Bridges Goes to School, My True Story? So this is where it's multiple choice and you're choosing an answer. Then in part B, you're giving 2 details from the text to support your answer. And those details need to be specific quotes from the text. I want you using text evidence to connect your answer from part B to part A. This is what it looks like on your Google form. Right here, you have the link to the book. Then you're going to choose your answer. What is the main reason? Is it to explain why places supported segregation? Is it to make readers believe that Ruby Bridges was a good student? Is it to answer questions about the William Frantz Elementary School? Or is it to describe Ruby Bridges' experience helping to desegregate schools? If you're confused about what each of these mean, you can go back in this video and see the differences between explain, persuade, answer a question, and describe. Then you need to give 2 specific quotes from the text to support your answer. If you choose an answer and you find that you can't find any text evidence to support your answer, then that should be a clue to you that maybe you need to reread the text or rewatch the video and read carefully and choose a different answer. So I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with. Rock your awesome, and I can't wait to read your Google responses. And that is our Wheatley reading lesson for this week. Have a great week, guys. Continue doing all your assignments.